and today we're reacting to streamers hate each other. I just want to first start off by saying, I apologize for this very unprofessional outfit. I just got my chest tat, started. I can't have nothing rubbing up against it. So that being said, let's get into it. It's a stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5, 6 p.m. Let it off.
I'm not gonna lie, bro, these streamers definitely do not like each other because there is a constant circulation of clips on the timeline that feature discourse and division. But what if I told you this was inevitable? Now, in the past, I made a video called Why There Are No Friends in Streaming, and to make a long story short, is because they aren't friends, they are merely collabs.
Yeah.
I think
collabs, associates, that's how it should be though. Well, why we don't gotta be friends? Let's just be associates, man. You know what I'm saying? We use each other to get where we want to be. You know what I'm saying?
it really got bad when Kai Cenat,
And if we have a genuine relationship or genuine friendship that comes out of it, great. You know what I'm saying? It makes the content that much better.
ascended to the top of the totem pole, but that's for later. I'm gonna quit yambling. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. Now, like I said, I think this all started when Kai Cenat reached the pinnacle of streaming. My guess is that there is a sense of envy or jealousy because when Kai got to his heights, streaming continued to grow and is now comparable to the music industry. And if you know, the music industry is not only shady, but you make hella money. And when money is involved, that's when niggas start getting a little cray. Let me show you some examples.
I know Kai about to do his subathon. That's time for streamers to go on vacation.
Yeah, because all eyes on him. For a moment, the biggest. I'm the biggest. Everybody, go do whatever you do, whatever that looks like. But I have to take over for the month. But once that's over, y'all can have y'all's way again. Maybe I'll bring one of y'all on my stream or two of y'all or something like that. We'll have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's why the love show is from the 23rd to the 30th. I already knew when it was coming, nigga. I already knew. I did my research, nigga. I made mega calls before I planned what day I was gonna do it. Nigga, I been knew. Nigga, I'm like, nigga, on this day.
You go cut your... the Kai Cenat Mafiathon 3 or the DDG show for the people that tune into that type of content. I think it's a very easy choice as to which it's just that's just gonna be regardless if you watch streams or not, that will be in our face. We will be basically seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you like streams or not, in some way, shape, or form, on a social media platform, you're gonna see what's going on with his situation.
No high production, nigga. I'm cool, bro. I ain't trying to lose no money. No. You feel me? So
now, obviously, Kai is cool with DDG, and I think Ben too. So one could view both of these clips as just jokes and trolling, but clearly there is some truth mixed in. Like I said, Kai is at the top of streaming. So when he's streaming, people are watching. And while they may be joking, I think what they're saying is just a manifestation of their deeper feelings, which is this nigga is taking my viewers and thus taking my money. Now, I'm not making any hard accusations here.
And that's okay. It's not like they hating or mad, but that's just what it is.
Hidden animosity. But I think it's just some food for thought, my niggas, so chew up. Also, I don't think this is the first time a streamer has made a joke regarding streaming at the same time as Kai. So what I'm trying to say is that I think there may be an element of envy due to Kai's position, especially given the recent Kai Cenat hate campaign that was going on. I was happily a part of it. I think that campaign was the embodiment of what you could probably call the Kai Cenat fatigue, and being that these streamers see each other as collabs or food used to grow, is it really out of the equation to say that behind the scenes, niggas are tired of Kai and ready for a new top streamer? But anyways, I said all that.
Let's say that's the case, I don't know who, because you would have to I don't think anybody could do it. You would need the money and the dedication to streaming. You would need the money and the dedication to streaming. You can't even compare where you don't compete. You can't compete if you don't compare. You know what I'm saying? You would need the money and the and the dedication to streaming and new ideas and revolutionizing, you know what I'm saying? Revolutionizing things. You feel me? That's only like a every decade kind of act, or a few decades kind of act. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, when the next LeBron gonna be here? I know this is gonna sound like major glazing, but it's just kind of like in that lane of stuff. He's the person that's changed the whole way that this is even looked at. You feel me? So it's kind of like, and you know, it's kind of like that's just what it is.
Because the conversation of competition and being number one keeps popping up for some reason. And I can't understand why these streamers don't like competition. And like I said in the last video on the subject, I just think that's because these niggas not friends in the first place. Because if you're competing with your friend and you're secure in yourself, there's no way that should be causing that much division.
Consider PBF a top 5 English streamer on planet Earth.
For sure.
And if that's the case, I just asked you a question. Maxwell, then you know you're my boy. Do you think you're part of the problem? Just a question. I'm not saying you are. I'm asking you. Like, ask yourself, are you part of the problem? Because we know your dreams. You want to be the number one streamer. You want to do all that. Does that competitive get in the way and thinking that every stream, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think you're part of the problem? I just want to know what your thoughts are on that. You want
What's the problem?
I'm asking you a question. This is some shit I asked him in real life. And he would answer truthfully, because Max is pretty honest. I'm not gonna lie.
What's the problem?
So with the knowing that you want to be the number one streamer and knowing certain streams have to be a certain way, you got to be averaging a certain amount, and each stream got to kind of be a banger in your head or memorable. Do you feel like that gets in the way of the old classic form of streaming?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, you gotta adapt though. You feel me? Or you don't. If you already have a fan base of people that like what you do and you don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do that. You either gotta adapt if you're trying to like compete with that. But if you're just staying in your lane and you doing your thing and you're satisfied in that level of streaming that you at, you don't gotta do that. You can just do you. Like just how So Illuminati be saying. Shout out So Illuminati for the last video he put out talking about the IRL streams and stuff. You feel me? I think he said it very perfectly. You know, you don't have to do that, because there's gonna be the people that don't wanna they might see the clips and like it's cool to see, you know, the other streamers do the crazy stuff, but they just rock with you so heavy and what you're doing on your side of the internet that they can just appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
You like you miss. Do you think you're part of the equation?
My thoughts on the Rage clip is that honestly, you have to just come to terms with the fact that two things can be true at once. I think you can be unified as streamers while being competitive. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. My question is, how does someone's personal goal of wanting to be number one affect streamer relations? That is purely a personal goal. And if you feel threatened by that, you're either not secure or you don't like that person. I'll give you prime example, Mr. Beast. He's a guy who was very vocal about his love for being the best in YouTube, but that doesn't divide the community. Didn't he turn YouTube into a sloptimization gimmick? I mean, yeah, but what does that have to do with his relations with other YouTubers? Fair enough. But that's why I can't fully resonate with.
I think if somebody was comparing with Mr. Beast, he might feel some competition with that. But it's just the fact that, again, the level of dedication that some of these guys have is just so crazy. I think like Mr. Beast, I think genuinely sees himself like, you're not touching me. Like, I think he do. And that kind of showed within that stream that he did with Aiden and them. I saw the clips in that, and it was like, you know, I think somebody asked who your top 5 YouTubers, and Mr. Beast was in there, and they mentioned somebody that he just didn't think was in there, and he was like straight up like, what? Like, he was offended that he was up there in that top 5.
What Rage is saying here, we see that same strive to be number one on YouTube. Striving to be number one does not inherently affect relationships unless you're not secure or you don't like these people. Max ended up responding, and here's what he had to say.
We was all in the basement, and you was just talking about some shit like, what did you say? You said some shit like, damn, Max, I thought you was finna be the one. You fell off. Nigga, you talking like a viewer, like a chat nigga. Like, facts. Rage is my boy, but since he's saying this on stream, I'ma just also say it on stream. This is my brother. Like, I fuck with Rage. But like, it's facts though. So just like you said,
his new spot going dummy. This hoe is hard.
Saying that, yeah, we all part of the problem. We all competitive. It's cool though. I think competition is good for this shit. I think competition is good for this shit, but I'm just saying we should all be unified as streamers. Niggas could be able to hop on Discord. Niggas can do shit together. Now it's like sections and factions. Niggas gonna be mad at me speaking facts, but it's true, bro. Imagine, yo, bro, you on stream to all your viewers, niggas just farming saying you fell off.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga should have never left the J. And I'm not even trolling. I used to watch Max when I was younger. And y'all know I don't mess with Max for real. Not anymore. Cause he just be around them weirdos and I can't rock with it personally. But it's funny to hear because it seems like he's peeping it in real time for himself.
Yeah, I mean, again, bro, these guys, they if you're not who you, if the Playboy Max is not who he is and not making certain, like, they're not making certain moves, they're not even really associating with him other than, you know, oh, yo, if he stayed in New Jersey and kept doing what he was doing and didn't really switch nothing up, or like he just kind of stayed where he was at, they would still see him as, you know, less than. You know, there's some streamers that, those big guys, I've seen it in real time. You can see it like DreamCon, bro, for instance. You see who the ones. And you see how the ones that are the ones see the guys that are like, they got having money. They like, to some people, they rich. You feel me? But it's just they're just not, the clout level's not as high, the money level's not as high, and they look at them a certain way. And that's just like, that's why it's not about whether, to me, it's not about whether these guys, if these guys like each other or not. I guess somewhat, you gotta somewhat like the guy to, you know, have a good collaborative thing going on. But it's not necessarily like even about that. You feel me? It's more so like, oh yeah, we cool. We have mutual interests. You not beefing with somebody I don't like that's gonna make it weird on camera. Okay, yeah, I'll rock with you. Bet, let's do it. You feel me? Like, that's how these guys are thinking, and I think that's fine. I don't want to be your friend if it don't organically happen that way. If it do, cool. If not, I don't want to be your friend. We could just be cool, and when we see each other achieve something on Instagram, we like the video, we like it, or something like that. Oh, that's what's up, bro. Cool. Shout out to you. But you know, if I feel like you a cool dude, and I want to make that step to, you know, be cool with you. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how you respond, if you respond at all, that's how I go. If not, I'm straight. I don't need to be and I think that's how everybody should, like, these guys should see it. Nobody need to be nobody friend on here. You feel me? We all got regular, like, our own lives with our own friends going on. You feel me? The relationships that are actually cherished. You feel me? You get too invested with these relationships with these guys that you don't know, that only rock with you and know you because of what you did on the internet. They wouldn't know you or rock with you if you didn't, you know, achieve those things. It's like, you know, hard feelings at all, but what you haven't showed me that, you know, I should have any loyalty to you. You feel me?
Just how fake that energy is. And I mean, he even called out Rage for being disingenuous, because he's cracking jokes about falling off, but let's be real, niggas be cracking jokes, but these jokes be having truth in them, so you don't know how he really felt. But I also feel like this response really just continues to validate what I've been saying. Max himself said it: you can be competitive and still be unified, but the reason niggas aren't unified is because they're not really friends. He just said his own homeboy sounded like a chat nigga. He said Rage was sounding like a dude from the chat. Low-key, on the topic of peeping things for what they are, here's something I found interesting. Now, we know Rage was one of the people that commented on Max's departure from FaZe.
And when niggas go, you feel me? This is real. Okay, this is not troll. This is real. Still got love, all the love in the world for my dog. But he's on to different paths, and like, you feel me? Like, this is real. This is not a troll. I swear on my life. And I hate that when we're at the point when niggas actually say some serious shit, the first thing everybody thinks everybody's trolling, because we troll way too damn much. You feel me? But this ain't no troll. I have all the love in the world for my boy Max forever. You feel me? When FaZe was talking about like, yo, Rage, what we doing? Rebrand needs to happen. Who we picking up? Fat boy Max, the first motherfucker that came to mind. No ifs, ands, or buts. You feel me? But Max, he doing his own, you feel me? I'm not gonna say why, that's up to him to do. I'm not gonna do that for him. You know You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all know it's not.
And he even hopped into a Discord call with him to seemingly talk about everything that transpired. But what's getting me is that Rage was supporting him, but then tried to attribute the Great Division to his departure. I don't know, man. Me personally, I'm not doing my homie like that, cause it sounded like niggas need the box, cause that was disrespectful. I'm trolling. But for real though, I just feel like he was just showing love. And while the parting phase doesn't mean that a person instantly just wants to be #1 streamer, I feel like it's part of Max's own self-growth and his own development. So for Rage to even insinuate that, hey, you might be part of the problem because you're striving to be the best you and striving to be the best in your field, to me it just comes across like, I don't know, I wouldn't do it, but that's just me. But clearly the clip pages were starting to notice the obvious display of distance between
back when No Stream had an ego. Wow.
Between all of these streamers, and they started nostalgia baiting, and that's just the boys slow down. But another thing that makes me feel like this current era of streaming division started with Kai's ascension to the top was the fact that his secret boyfriend was on stream reminiscing about the days he was on top.
But the one thing I do want to call out is when I was #1 on Twitch, and it wasn't about numbers and it wasn't about competition, guys. It was about having fun. It was about involving people. It was about bringing people together. And
yeah, it wasn't about #1 when you was #1, maybe, because they couldn't compare. You was bringing everybody on stream and doing that, and you know, having new people and stuff, and people just kind of took your swag and ran with it and just, you know, evolved it, but did it better. Now that shit is about hold on now,
doing shit together, right? I wish you could go back to that, but streaming is just not how it was. Okay, streaming is not how it was. It's competition now. Yeah. It's numbers. It's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. It is what it is. It is what it is. You're a Jew. Sure. It is what it is.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Grunk is tripping. This nigga Aiden is literally tripping. What are you talking about? This is the equivalent to a nigga at the YMCA, bro, who you're hooping with, telling you if he didn't injure his knee, he would have made it to the league. Bro, what are you talking about? Genuinely. When Aiden was at #1, all he was doing was spamming zesty jokes. It was zesty jokes, e-dates, and rapper collabs, bro.
Right.
This nigga talking about being together, and then on top of that, bro,
they just did what you're doing and just made it better.
Flexing kick contracts and kick deals, and it just feels so tone deaf because he's definitely part of the problem. Like, his community is one of the most like vicious on the platform, and he has no qualms about his community. He doesn't care to fix it. So just to hear him talk about how when he was at the top and reminiscing on it like he was much better, come on, dude. Let's just keep it real. And like I said, some of it really do just feel like yap to me, because Aiden is part of the problem, and especially them NBA kick deals. It's really the money and the fact that a lot of these people aren't much different from your average person. It's just that they have large sums of bread. I'm saying that it just almost feels like streaming has turned into this shitty high school sitcom. Some of these streamers are just awkward people who want to make money and are willing to do morally compromising things at
a lot of
times for it, and that just sounds like high school to me. I don't know.
Well,
you till I fucking die.
All right, we doing it or what? What's the word?
Praise on God, I'm not doing another event with a Twitch streamer that's gonna pay 50-50 from now on God. So that's the end of that.
Yeah, what happened with that? Well, what happened with that, bro?
Now what Aiden do got is that brand risk thing though. He do got that on his side. Nobody's doing that.
I mean, it's obvious. No, I paid.
How much he had to pay? How much he had to pay? And how much you had to pay?
$40K, and I paid like $240K, I think. $240.
And did y'all agree on that before?
I agreed to pay majority, but we didn't know that they were gonna go out to like yachts and clubs and shit. So we had to. But he doesn't want to pay anything extra. So here's what it is.
You paid $250,000 for that event.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I
swear to God.
Crazy. That is crazy.
That's nuts, gang. That's nuts.
It's fine. It's fine, but I'm just not doing it anymore. I mean,
so for context, this was basically the weight loss competition they had going on. I'm not gonna talk about it because I really don't care, but I'm showing y'all so y'all don't think I'm just trolling. This is basically the one friend who ordered hella food and then asked to split the bill evenly. So that's really just what a lot of this stuff boils down to. Just immature adults who touched a lot of money. Maybe some of them are stuck in high school, but it's time to just let it go, guys. Life moves on. Y'all wanna know what's kind of silly? And it's from the guy I least expected to say this about, but Ronaldo was actually cooking. He was saying the same stuff as me.
I'm the smallest one here. I don't think my take on this is, I actually have a take. Let's start. Oh, should I start stirring myself into this a little bit? I don't actually think streamers have egos. I think streamers just don't like each other. Simple as that. And it's not based off egos. It's just based off they just don't like each other. And people fake friendships.
Yeah.
And put question marks all you want. I'm gonna be honest, I just don't think people like each other. I don't really know why. I think this shit, there's plenty of money for everyone. There's plenty of viewership for everyone. And there's plenty of content for everyone.
I think that's a big thing that people don't forget. That the people do forget that the money is, you're fine. You feel there's plenty of money for everybody. And there's plenty of viewers for everybody as well. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really know why this is even like a thing. Like, I just don't know why people are scared to say they don't like people.
And I will say this is probably my favorite clip I've seen recently. And for everything I criticize this nigga for, I will say this was such a good take. The state of streaming is that nobody likes each other, nobody wants to be friends, and nobody is truly secure. My theory is that these people just be lacking substance in their life. The money, the followers, the materials, and the internet validation isn't enough to fill whatever some of these influencers are seeking to fill. So my advice is to find what resonates with your soul. Find what makes you feel good and never lose hold of it. It seems like some of these guys did, and they're grasping at anything they can. That's
real. Shout out DH, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Like the video, sub up, comment up, visit the channel. I lay y'all. Appreciate you. I'm great for y'all. We gone.